Hi everyone, my name is Nancy. I'm the exercise physiologist in the Zakim Center for Integrative Therapies and Healthy Living. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about sort of progression, what are sometimes called partial reps, integrated partials. These go by lots of different names. So one of the challenges sometimes when we're exercising at home, and also potentially at the gym, but often at home, is that we don't have a way to add more weight to an exercise or make an exercise more challenging in a traditional sense. We sometimes have to get a little bit creative. So by adding sort of half reps, partial reps, things like that, it can help you to continue to progress and get stronger, but not have to necessarily go buy new equipment, things like that. So I'm going to show you, 3 different exercises where you could incorporate these. And honestly, for a lot of things that we do, there are ways to integrate this. It's generally best when you have an exercise that has a fairly full range of motion. If you have an exercise with a really small range of motion, you're not doing a partial rep with a really small range of motion is tough. So, but really, kind of the sky's the limit, but I'm gonna pick 3 exercises today that you can, try this out with. So the first exercise is gonna be a standing balance exercise. We're going to target inner thighs. So I'm going to stand next to my chair. You could stand next to a wall for balance, but we always want to have something nearby. So if the chair's on my right side, my right leg's going to stay on the floor, and a slight bend in my right knee. I'm going to turn my left foot as far to that left side wall as I comfortably can. And the traditional exercise is to kick the leg forward and back. Now, as you get stronger, these are going to get easier, and there's going to be an upper limit for how many reps you really want to do of this. So what you will do instead is come as high up as you can. You're going to come halfway down. You're going to come back up to the top, and then you're going to go all the way back down. So again, all the way up, halfway down, all the way up again, and then all the way down. So one way in a standing. Now we do, in my classes, the same thing. We go do it to the outer thigh. You could do it that way. We do it as a kickback for glute. This one's a little harder. Your range is a little bit smaller, but you could still integrate it that way. So all these standing variations, you can incorporate these partial reps into your routine. Second exercise I'll show you standing is going to be a bicep curl. So again, most of us, biceps are strong, and we may be kind of running out of weight options at home. So if we start, feet hip distance apart, slight bend in our knees, traditional bicep curl, is straight up and straight down. So an integrated partial is all the way up, halfway down, all the way up, all the way down. So you see me from the side, all the way up, halfway, so I'm about parallel to the floor, all the way up, and down. You'll also notice that my upper arm is staying in place here. So sometimes what I'll see is a little bit of swinging and movement of the upper arm, so we want to keep that in nice and tight. Okay, so that was an upper body option for integrating some partials here. And again, you could do this, with front raises, you could do this with lateral raises, again, kind of the sky's the limit here. And then we're gonna go ahead and come onto the floor and show you some lower body ways to also integrate some partial reps. Okay, so leg strength on the floor, again, can be challenging, once the weight of your legs and you get strong enough. Certainly ankle weights are a possibility. Sometimes we can use bands as a way to progress, but I'm going to show you here a side-lying hip exercise that you can progress with these integrated partials. So I'm going to lay on my side. I've got some nice support for under my head here. I tend to be a big fan of something under here versus your arm, so you can really relax that bottom arm. You have a couple of options here. I tend to bend my bottom leg and extend my top leg nice and straight. I really try to get my hips stacked So sometimes if both legs are stacked, you'll feel a little bit tippy. So having that top leg forward can help. So I'm gonna flex my top foot. I like to relax my arm here as opposed to being here. We wanna keep our shoulders stacked. So traditional leg lift would be to lift that leg up and back. So as you get stronger, what you can do here is come to your highest point, come halfway down, come back to your highest point, and then all the way down. So this is just a way in the exercise world of increasing your time under tension. So the amount of time that there is work going on in that body part. And that is one way for us to progress, particularly when we can't add weight or add reps. You know, there's going to be an upper limit for how many of these leg lifts you really want to do. So if we can increase this time under tension, we can keep progressing. Excellent. Okay, so hopefully this video has given you some ideas of ways that you can incorporate these partial reps and just continue to get stronger. Thanks for joining. See you soon.